Hi, it's Marguerite with another seam finish. Today we're going to cover a French seam, and this is a seam that is also very traditional. It's used in so many things: children's clothes, anything couture, anything sheer. So what I have here is our sample fabric, and I've got wrong sides together yet again. So I'm going to put an edge of the foot seam here. So we have a 5/8 total that we're going to use for this seam allowance, but I'm going to use the edge of the presser foot as a guide this time because I don't need it to be huge because of what we're going to do to it. So I'm going to stitch in, back stitch, and then stitch across. Again, not sewing over pins. So this is just the edge of your presser foot on this side over here. So that makes it number one, nice and straight, and it's step one in this seam finish. So what I'm going to do now is just trim this off all the way across so it's just a scant seam allowance left here. See? There we go. So then I'm going to press it. And I have pressed it with that little seam allowance flat, the way it was. And then, so I've got right sides together here, and you can see that little seam is right there in there. It's gonna be hiding in just a minute. So I have pressed it all very neatly this way. So now we've got the wrong side out and finished edge here. Now I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna do another edge of the foot seam here, giving it another, basically, 1/4 inch, and the 1/4 inch and the 1/4 inch. I'm going to stitch across here of the two seams plus the turn of the cloth is equal to 5/8. So I'm going to stitch across this way. And now you can see our finished seam. It's completely finished on the inside. See? Outside looks like a normal seam, and the inside has this nice little package seam. This is really good for ravelly fabric, sheer fabric where you don't want it to come apart, children's clothes that are going to be laundered 8,000 times. And this is just something you're going to experiment with. Every piece of fabric that you're ready to sew on, you're going to try and sit and figure out what is going to be the best seam allowance for this particular seam. So there you go, a French seam. See you next time.